Alex fumbled with his locker combination. He had been trying to open it for what felt like an eternity. His hands were sweaty, and his mind was racing. He sneaked a peek at Jamie, who was laughing with friends. Her laughter was like music to his ears, and he couldn't help but smile, even in his current predicament. Alex wanted to be funny. He wanted to make Jamie laugh too. He imagined himself telling a joke that would make her giggle. But right now, he was stuck with this stubborn locker.
"Come on, locker, work with me here," he muttered under his breath, hoping that somehow his words would magically make the lock cooperate.
He spun the dial, but it wouldn't budge. No matter how many times he tried, the combination just wouldn't click. It was as if the locker had a mind of its own. Suddenly, the locker popped open, and a pile of textbooks and gym clothes tumbled out. The contents spilled onto the floor, creating a chaotic mess. Alex blushed. Jamie was definitely watching now. He could feel her eyes on him, and his face turned a deep shade of red.
Smooth move, Alex. The sarcastic comment came from behind him, and he didn't need to turn around to know who it was.
It was Ben, Alex's best friend. Ben always had a knack for showing up at the most inconvenient times. Ben was always there to witness Alex's most embarrassing moments. He never missed an opportunity to tease Alex, but it was all in good fun. Alex just wished those moments didn't always involve Jamie. He sighed, knowing that this was just another day in the life of a high school student. Later that day, Alex saw Jamie by the library. This was his chance. He had been waiting for the perfect moment to talk to her for weeks. Every time he saw her, his heart would race, and he'd lose his nerve. But today felt different. Today, he was determined to make an impression. He straightened his shirt and walked over, trying to look cool. He took a deep breath, hoping to calm his nerves. He had practiced what he was going to say in front of the mirror countless times. He even remembered a funny joke to tell her. He thought humor would be the best way to break the ice and make her smile.
"Hey, Jamie, did you hear the one about the—"
Excuse me?
A girl with bright pink hair gave Alex a strange look. It wasn't Jamie. Alex's heart sank as he realized his mistake.
This is my locker.
Alex's face turned beet red. He felt a wave of embarrassment wash over him. How could he have been so careless? He had been so focused on Jamie that he'd stopped at the wrong locker. His mind had been so preoccupied with thoughts of her that he hadn't even noticed. He mumbled an apology and stumbled away, feeling like he wanted to disappear. He couldn't believe he had made such a fool of himself, leaving Jamie shaking her head and chuckling softly. She had seen the whole thing and found it endearing. Maybe next time, Alex would get it right. Gym class was always an adventure, especially with Jamie in the same class. Every day brought a new story, a new mishap, and today was no different. Today they were playing basketball, a game that always seemed to bring out the competitive spirit in everyone. Alex thought he could impress her with his skills. He had been practicing for weeks, hoping to catch her eye.
"All right, this is my moment. I've got this. Just need to focus and make it count."
He dribbled the ball, eyes on Jamie. His heart was pounding, but he was determined to make an impression. He went for a layup, imagining the cheers and applause that would follow. Instead, he tripped over his own feet and crashed into the bleachers. It was a spectacular fall, one that would be remembered for a long time. The gym erupted in laughter. Everyone was in stitches, unable to contain their amusement at Alex's misfortune. Jamie rushed over, concern etched on her face. She had always been kind-hearted and couldn't stand to see anyone hurt.
Are you okay, Alex? That looked like a nasty fall.
"Totally fine. Just showing off my signature move." He tried to play it cool despite the embarrassment. "Just showing off my signature move," he repeated, hoping to salvage some dignity.
His face was as red as his mismatched shoes. Despite the laughter, he couldn't help but smile. After all, it was just another day in gym class. Lunchtime arrived, and Alex felt a familiar wave of nervousness. He was determined to make a good impression on Jamie. He joined the lunch line, carefully balancing his tray. He scanned the room for Jamie. He spotted her at a table by the window. Taking a deep breath, Alex started walking towards her, navigating the crowded cafeteria with surprising grace. That's when disaster struck. Someone bumped into Alex. His tray tilted. Time seemed to slow down. The tray flipped. Alex's carefully chosen lunch, along with a giant strawberry smoothie, went flying. The smoothie landed with a loud splat. on Jamie. Her surprised expression was priceless. The entire cafeteria went silent.
I can explain.
Jamie stared at the pink smoothie dripping from her hair. Then, a slow smile spread across her face. She burst out laughing.
Seriously, Alex? A smoothie attack? That's a new one.
Alex couldn't help but laugh too. Maybe, just maybe, this could be the start of something. Or at the very least, a story they would both remember. Even if it was a sticky one.